All right. What's going on? Welcome to Drama Free Gaming DFG podcast number 59. Yes, 59. We're almost about to hit 60 in the house, in the studio. Tonight with me thus far is Dark Dad 99. Dark Dad, I'm just going to have you greet the people and then I'll get to all the other stuff we do.
Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to another podcast. Depending if I'm a butthole tonight, depends on the topics. And of course, always bringing the topics of the man that we all know and respect and to keep this thing going. Mr. End Time, please let us know what is on the plate for tonight.
Tonight. I don't know. We got to bring that energy this evening. For some reason, Jay, I'm feeling like more people are discovering the podcast. I was looking through the analytics, and I don't follow it much, to be honest with you guys, but I do appreciate the 20 plus listens that you guys are out there. You're tuning in, and that's a good thing. We're putting this out here for pure entertainment, right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be entertainment? Just a bunch of, legitly, we're a bunch of old dudes just talking about the things we love.
Yeah,
That's
we say. And one of the marks of being the gray head old dudes is that we repeat ourselves a lot, don't we? I think every week we got to remind the audience that's listening that, yeah, we're a bunch of gray heads and this is what we do. We're gamers that game and go to where the games are at. It doesn't matter what the platform is. We're playing our games, and we're just blessed that we live in a time that we can play so many games on so many platforms. We don't have time for drama, right? We ain't got none of that time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't got no time. So ain't nobody got time for that. But anyways, let me get some of the thing that the YouTubers always do and whatnot. You know, I'm still learning here. If you're listening to us on youtube.com/drama free gaming, I had to swallow there a moment and catch my breath. You can catch us here almost every Thursday. We've been kind of like on a roll here for the last 2-3 weeks. So Thursdays around 8:30, 9 o'clock, you know, we try to give opportunity to people who got business they got to handle. So come check us out, whether it's here live and jump into our Discord as well. You'll see those links, which I got to get a little bit better at. I got to put them in the show notes, put the Discord links in there, but it's all in there for you guys. Come check us out on our Discord. Of course, that is DFG. And you'll find us. You'll see my mug on there. And come check us out. The link should be there if you're watching us on YouTube. And also catch us on anchor.fm/DFG podcasts. And on other platforms as well. You have, Apple does their thing and Google does their thing. And, well, you guys know. I don't even have to explain it to you. You can catch it anywhere on Spotify. We're out there too. Spread the word. Come check us out. I see that Sleek is in the house. Let me unmute him on my end. And let's go over to Sleek. Sleek, what's going on? Greet everyone this evening with your presence.
I don't even think that brother accept. He ain't even unmuted himself yet.
So probably not.
Of course he didn't.
I unmuted him. I unmuted him, but he's doing his thing. There he is.
Sorry. I was like, once I heard you were gonna unmute me, I was like, I'll just let it be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Sleek, you don't sound so low. You sound all crispy and crackety and crunchety now.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because I'm all the way down in the basement.
He's in the basement. Okay.
This brother said I had to go in the cave to get away from everybody.
Yeah, my son's not having it right now. He was just freaking out.
Really?
So I'm a couple minutes late. Yeah, he's like, he doesn't want to go down because he had a nap today.
Okay.
See that? Yeah. See, that's when you go old school Sleek and be like, look, son, you got a choice. You can go lay down, or we can do this the hard way.
Jay said,
choice is yours.
Jay said, we're gonna go lay you out.
If we can do this the easy way, man, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
I
I
tell
wish
you.
it was that easy.
Yeah, I
know,
was gonna
right?
say that. I wish it were that easy, man. Some of these kids is just, I mean, they get
Man.
fidgety and jumpy and all that other stuff. And anyways,
Oh,
we ain't here to talk about Jay's
my,
and Sleek's daycare. All right.
oh, whatever. But
That's another
Sleek, go ahead
podcast.
and introduce yourself to these people out here.
um, you know, you call me Sleek. I'm just one of the drama-free boys, just
That's it.
hanging out, ready to talk about whatever we're gonna talk about.
Yeah. We're not gonna throw Sleek off the deep end just yet. No hostile or no hostility, I should say here, but
It's all love here.
we're all gonna just chat it up tonight, and we do have Sleek that's gonna be kind of like the main dish this evening because I want him to get into those RPGs. But check out the title. If you guys have read the title, it says Steam Deck SleekySayz RPG Showcase and Square Enix Shenanigans on Switch. Now you go turn around and say that 3 times fast. So it's all good. It's what we're going to talk about this evening. I'm going to push aside the Steam Deck conversation if Henyo jumps in this evening, because he can fill us in a little bit more on that. I know he's anticipating that. But before we get to conversations about this, that, and the other, let me just ask you guys, what have you been playing? Let's start with you, Jay. What have you been playing?
The honest answer to that question is nothing.
Nada at all.
I ain't touched the controller in a minute.
Okay. What's going on? Lay out on the couch for me. Let me take out my notepad and take some notes.
Hold.
Let me diagnose this.
This doesn't go. Okay, so we having therapy session today. Okay.
So
Sleek,
how
you
long
get in
has
on
this been going on?
This dude got me on the Okay, he got me on the couch
Just
stretched out.
just saying, man.
you
I mean,
know,
I think last week you was on and you said you wasn't really playing anything, and then this week, I mean, it's gotta be.
well, you know,
You in
it's
one of
life.
those moods, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes life gets the best of you, and you just need to take a break and let your mind rest before you really can indulge. And not to mention, you get kind of depressed when your TV is about to go out, and you got to go buy a new one.
Mm.
And the TV in my living room, my 65 inches, I'm gonna have to take her out back and give her the old yellow treatment. And she's been a dependable, reliable friend all these years, and I hate to see her go, but
Well, I
You
mean,
know.
they got a lot of sales on TVs now, and
I know I saw a 65-inch Samsung, I think they call it. It was an OLED, and I was like, "Yo,
Mhm.
a 65-inch OLED." I was like, "What's their price though?"
Mhm.
I know y'all some tech heads out here, but why y'all trying to run my pockets for that kind of money for OLED TV? Sleek, explain this to me.
Well, we're not gonna throw Sleep to explain that to you,
Nah,
brother.
nah,
We're gonna tell you, and Sleep probably got something to tell you, but
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
tell
saying.
you. You know that you can walk in right now and get yourself a high-end TV anywhere for less than $1,000. Man, maybe less than $700. If you're gonna be honest, unless you're gonna push for LG OLEDs, and then you're always gonna pay about $1,500 for the low end. So, but Sleek, you got something to say to that? Because Jay seems like I don't know, he's just singling you out on this.
I honestly am not that big into the TVs. You got to go for end time for this one.
Okay.
Really?
I honestly, yeah. If I can visually see something and it's like pleasing to the eye, I'm all right with it. I'm not gonna go like super crazy because I was just gonna say you can get like a 65-inch Samsung 4K LED for $580.
Yep.
Yeah, but see, I'm done with LED now. It's time to.
Oh, you
it's
trying
time
to step up the game now, huh?
Well, okay. Me and End Time talked about this also. I'm about to add another 4 or 5 machines of arcade one up, so my arcade's about to expand. And that also kind of makes me sad because I'm like, if you count what I'm about to spend money wise, it's like, why? But I'm a single old man. I ain't got nothing else to do with my time.
So Jay, so bring us up to speed. You have currently right now how many arcade ones up do you have?
7.
7. Okay. And you're looking at add how many more?
At least 5.
So you're going to have a dozen. A dozen machines.
I mean, okay, look.
I ain't judging you.
I know we not about judgment here at Drama Free Gaming. I am definitely, once again, I am a retro guy in my heart, and arcades and arcade culture is basically made me the man I am today. And I definitely worked at an arcade once in my life, and I got some stories for you guys if you would ever like to hear them. I got one in particular that I would love to share if there's ever the time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put you on that and tell us what is this this passion and that you have and this love that you have for arcades, and flesh that out a bit more. I know one of the machines you mentioned and just in us having conversation was The Simpsons.
You're
You're gonna get that 4-player machine. I've never played The Simpsons, so but it looked pretty cool when I saw it up in Walmart. I think it was the other day when I was picking up another little toy, which I'll talk about later at the end of the podcast. I don't want to get wrapped up in that, but so Jay hasn't really been playing anything. You've been just chilling, watching TV, watching shows, watching anime.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in anime right now.
Okay. Like, what are you watching?
Oh wow, ladies and gentlemen, Drama Free Gaming now covers anime and anime reviews.
Hey, it kind of slips into gaming. It kind of slips into gaming.
And I can guarantee you right now we're talking about anime. Sleek sat up, his ears perked up. He's like, anime. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, Sleek is into the anime as well.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I've been watching, I can't pronounce it. I know I'm going to screw it up. Alphabeta, season 2.
Okay.
I'm watching that. I'm watching, hold on. Let me bring up my list real quick.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pass to Sleek while you bring up the list. Sleek, what you've been playing or what you've been watching? I mean, since we're expanding on the topic now.
I have been playing Tales of Arise on the Series X.
Okay.
Good game.
I have been also playing The World Ends With You Final Remix on the Switch.
Nice.
I have been watching. I binged watch Inazuma 11 and I finished all of that. And I'm actually, Dark Dad will like this. I'm actually watching starting with Captain Tsubasa from 1983, was it?
1983.
The very original one.
Wow.
And I'll go through all the years that way.
Wow. So wait,
It's
they
not
still
terrible.
running that?
Yeah, so
Yikes.
I mean, it's good.
Okay.
I did not even know, I knew it's been around, anime's been around for a while, but I've been pretty impressed with how impressive it actually looks.
Nice.
Wait, which anime? I just got back. I'm sorry.
Oh, gee.
He said, no, the last one. Just mention the last one, Sleek.
I'm watching
Just the last
I'm starting with Captain Tsubasa right now.
Oh,
but
Captain Tsubasa.
1983 first, and I'll go through all the years.
Okay. If y'all don't know anything about old school anime, I'm sorry. And I know Sleek, but old school anime, 80s, 90s anime gets you hyped for some reason. Like the music, the music is corny because the dude will come out and be like, oh, it's like some dude, it's like he's singing his national pride, but you be feeling good like, yo, why this anime about to get hyped?
Yeah, it's I was just saying it's not terrible for that time, to be honest. I mean, the animation is, it's still like quality, right? If you think about it.
Well, yeah, because you watched Izuma 11, right?
I finished every single season of Inazuma 11.
So all the soccer stuff really spun from Captain Tsubasa from the 80s.
Oh,
and then,
you can tell. Just like some of the words that carry over into Inazuma 11, or some of the quotes, or you can see it's like an homage to Tsubasa.
Yes, sir. Look, y'all got to watch some of it. I can give you so many old titles to watch right now, Sleek.
Well, Jay, you said you went to go get your list of what you were watching, right? So lay it on us.
Yeah, okay, so as of right now, I literally turned on my TV, and this is what I am watching as of right now. Let's start at the top. Basically, from Commonplace to the World's Strongest, that Hisekai, I'm watching that. I'm sure you heard about that one, Sleek.
I hear about them all.
Yeah, this is brother say I hear about them all. This brother thumped his chest. I decided to live a quiet life outside of the country when I was banished from a hero's party. That's actually pretty good.
Dang, that's a whole title.
I mean, you're talking anime, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I know.
They'll give you some of the most broken title.
I
like,
know.
Why
That's
would
the
you
new.
name it?
It's probably
That's
like
the new way to do it.
it's probably like 2 words in its original language.
Yeah, right.
Isekai likes doing that. To be honest, they're
Oh,
all about
yeah.
the long titles.
And then we also got Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 8, which Demon Slayer, if you ain't watched it yet, good stuff.
Yeah, I've been through all of it plus the movie.
The entertainment arc's out right now. I'm caught up on it. I'm just waiting for the next episode to
I'm waiting
drop.
on number 9. Number 9
Yep.
is, man, see, we can have an anime chat just between me and you, Sleek, for no reason whatsoever.
The entertainment arc is unreal. Just saying.
Oh, it's good. If you ain't watched it, go watch it. Oh, the new Attack on Titan just dropped. Gotta watch that. Yeah, I'm watching Attack on Titan final season. I finished the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated into another world. Great anime.
And you guys
Wait.
are watching on what platforms?
Oh. Yeah, I use that link I sent you. I don't
Okay.
want to go.
Yeah.
Wait, Jay, are you talking about the world's finest assassin reincarnated as an aristocrat?
Yeah, well, they call it. Well, there's 2 different. Yeah, it's the aristocrat in Japan,
Yeah.
and in English, it's reincarnated into another world, which is stupid.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I finished that too. That's a good one.
That's a really good one. And I just finished Restaurant into Another World Season 2, which is actually pretty good as well.
Nice lineup.
Cool.
Well, for us for now, don't let me go old school on you, because
Cool.
I'm actually writing I'm doing a journal now.
Okay.
Starting this month, every anime I watch, I write down from where if I started it this month into where I finished it, whatever month. I want to see how many titles I'm going to get through in a year. That is my goal. I literally want to see how much anime I'm watching in a year. So I'm going to keep everything I watch. I'm going to write down, and it's going to be. And I'm probably close to 10 or 12 already.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
I know. I was just, I'm not judging. Like I said, we're either. I kind of noticed, just personally for me, like there were seasons that if I was not gaming, I was doing the board games. You know what I'm saying? I would get into the board games or into the Dungeons and Dragons back in the days. And if it wasn't that, it'd be, Magic, the Gathering, the card games. It was always like we jumped from one thing to another. And it seems the same way even now as adults. We get into those kind of like moods where we're like, I really don't want to pick up the controller. There's plenty to play, but you really don't want to get involved with anything and interact with something like that takes effort, and you just want to sit there and consume it. So why not? Why not anime and just chill? And I'm watching, I went back to My Hero Academia because I hadn't finished that. So I'm enjoying My Hero. I got to go back to Attack on Titans. And there's a couple more. I finished Demon Slayer, and I still want to see, and I had started it, but I would have to restart it because I don't even remember none of it. Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, 90s classic.
Yeah, I for whatever reason I wanted to just try that out, and so so that's what I've been doing on the anime side. But on the video game side, because we are drama-free gaming, I have been playing The Witcher 3, and I've been playing that on the Switch. I'm really enjoying having The Witcher 3 on the Switch. Just having it in hand and just portable, and it's just great. I've touched that game more often now than when I had it on both Xbox and PlayStation. So that's been great for me. The Outer Wilds on Xbox, I'm playing it on PC, but you can put a control, you can sync your control to your PC if you didn't know that, and play the game. And let me say, if you haven't played the Outer Wilds, okay, go check it out. I don't want to ruin it for nobody. I am not going to explain it because that's part of the game. You jump in there and you just have to figure it out. It's not complicated or anything, but when you pick it up, you're going to be like, okay, what do I do? And I love that about games, that they don't necessarily hold your hand and you have to figure things out. And then when you do and it starts to click, you're like, oh, snap, there's something good here. And it draws you in like 100%. So I'm playing the Outer Wilds on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on the PC side. And I'm also, the game you guys see if you're watching this live or on the replay here on youtube.com/drama free gaming is called The Gunk. And this was an interesting little game. I would personally give it a 7 out of 10. It's straightforward. It's a platformer, nothing difficult. I gave it a 7 just because, personally for me, it kind of overstayed its welcome at the end. But you can get through it if you like the platformers. It's straightforward. It took me like 2 sittings to play the game and get through it. And so we roll credits on that. And the last one I want to mention, that the most recent one, and Sleek knows about it because I mentioned it to him, is Stardew Valley on the Switch. And Sleek, I have a confession. This game is crack. I need rehab.
I'm telling you, any games like that, you don't expect it, but it's just like the simplicity and getting lost into it, and just like the visuals. It's like you're not stressing out. It's nice, calm, relaxing.
Yeah, the game is great. I hear it was only one developer who made this game. Just one dude.
Yep. Concerned Ape.
Man, it is. Stardew Valley's been out for a minute, guys, and I've seen it, but I never touched it, played it, and not for any negative reason, just because I knew that exactly what's happening now was gonna happen. Just like Animal Crossing, I put that on and I was hooked. And Stardew Valley, I'm regretting, guys, that I got Stardew Valley on the Switch because it's on Game Pass, and that's where I tried it. But as soon as I started playing it on Game Pass, I said immediately, I need this in handheld mode on my Switch. And I went and I purchased it on the Switch. And now I'm kind of regretting it because I'm like, oh man, I got to divvy up my time between this game and The Witcher 3. Because if not, The Witcher 3 is going to suffer. And it'll be like my 4th time starting The Witcher and dropping it. So I don't want to do that. But Stardew Valley is a great game. Great game. Real chill, real relaxed. Yeah, go ahead.
He's actually making another game right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Stardew Valley, but it's think of like the world of Harry Potter. I'm trying to think what it's
if you're
called.
Just telling me, and not that I'm a Harry Potter fan or anything, but if it's in that kind of world where it's like fantasy role-playing type like that, yeah, I like that.
It's gonna be it's called Haunted Chocolatier.
Haunted Chocolatier.
Yeah, it's considered role-playing, adventure, shooter, fighting, and life simulation.
Dang.
Now, while y'all sitting here talking about Stardew Valley, so earlier today, N-Tom gave me a call, and he's like, yo, Stardew Valley. It's like, I'm about to do a room. GDQ, which is Games Done Quick, just did a speed run on Stardew Valley.
Well, that's wonderful. And if you guys want to ruin your experience, go watch the speed run. Nothing against speed runners. Nothing against these guys and gals that are out there doing speed runs. It's all wonderful. It's great. I know they do the charity thing, whatever. I told Jay I will never, ever watch another speed run for a game that I'm even remotely interested in until I actually play the game. I'm not going to do it.
That's sad.
No, man. What was that game that Hollow Knight? Hollow Knight, man. You know how much time I put into Hollow Knight? And then this brother sends me a speed run for Hollow Knight. I watch it and I stop playing Hollow Knight because I said, ain't no way I'm going to finish this game. No way.
Do it.
No, man. That's like you, getting a book and going to the last page and reading the end and then go, okay, now I'm going to start the book. I'm not going to do that. So that's just me. That's just how I do things. But let's keep things moving. We've already talked about what we've been playing. Guys, thank you for hanging out, checking us out here again at DFG Podcast over on Anchor.fm and everywhere and anywhere. You can listen to this live podcast here on audio format. And we would love for you to go over on any of the platforms that you listen to podcasts and subscribe. It helps us. Just like it helps us here if you hit that like button, if you subscribe, so that the content can be put out there and people are listening to the podcast. So I just want to keep it moving. I'm skipping over the Steam Deck stuff. If Henyo jumps in, great. If he doesn't, we'll catch him on the flip. But let me ask you guys before we go over the main course, one more thing that I came across that I found interesting, even though I'm not a fan. Are you guys fans of Kingdom Hearts?
I mean, I have them. Are you talking about the price tag on the cloud?
The cloud.
Wait, so what exactly am I getting?
Exactly.
You're just getting access to the game, pretty much.
Exactly. And we all know how great that streaming service is out there, right? That infrastructure Nintendo has.
But if I bought the game, why would I need to buy it for cloud? That makes no sense.
No. Listen, if you're going to play it on Switch, right? If you're going to play it on the Switch, the collection, you're going to play it. And the only way to play it, there's no physical copy. Okay. It's only available on the cloud. That's it.
You know what?
For $90, Jay, come on. $90. That's not bad.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you don't want to pay $90, emulation is a beautiful thing.
Well,
just so you know.
It's a beautiful thing to preserve games, isn't it? That you already own. $90. I saw this and I said, wow, Square Enix, Nintendo, y'all just made for each other. I don't know. I'm not a Kingdom Hearts fan. I'm not going to say I really don't care, but it sucks for those who are. And there's people, diehards, who are going to run out. They're going to buy it. Hey, more power to you if you want to drop $90. But you're not going to get a statue. You're not getting nothing, a book, nothing, not even a sticker. You ain't getting nothing but access to cloud service streaming, which, I mean, hey, however long that lasts, I don't know.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it moving because that one was just ridiculous. I need to throw it in there, man. And let me say, talking about streaming and all that other stuff, some people might hear me, kind of like bemoaning this stuff that I just said. But, some people will argue, oh, you got Game Pass and you're always talking about Game Pass and streaming and digital and you don't own nothing and this and that. Yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand that. But, this is for one game, one solitary game, paying $90. And yeah, I personally don't trust Nintendo with their other streaming services, for the N64 that just recently came out. And I don't even know what the other thing was. It's just, it's horrendous. And for them to go this route, I mean, think about it. It's time that Nintendo comes out with some new hardware, but they're not, because they're gonna milk the cow until the milk runs dry. And knowing Nintendo's track record, it's like they hit with one system and then they miss with the next generation. So I'm not a prophet, but hold on to your Switch. Okay? I don't have high hopes for Nintendo's next console whenever it comes. Because they're so innovative, they might just scrap the whole Switch idea and throw something at you completely different and bomb. So hold on to your Switch, okay? Because
Hey, Sleek, what do you think honestly about this whole Kingdom Hearts thing? Do you think it's garbage from the start, or do you think that there's something to it that they're really not letting in on?
I honestly enjoyed all the Kingdom Hearts games. I wouldn't like. I'm someone who owns them physically, right? You guys know I like the physical stuff. If I can get my hands on it for a reasonable price, but I'm not one to. I mean, I have the games already, and I don't need it unless the game really like takes my breath away or it's something I'm really addicted to. I I don't get it on multiple platforms, right? I
mm-hmm.
just find it like, uh, I mean, repetitive, right?
Yeah.
It's repetitive when you play the game. I mean, yeah, you might be able to do stuff a little differently, find things you missed, but I mean, if I enjoy it on the Xbox or the PlayStation, why am I going to go play it on the Switch, right?
Right.
Again, no knock to anyone, because like you said in time, if you enjoy something and you're like, listen, I need this to be handheld as well, because that's the type of game to me, like it draws me in. I gotta have it. I gotta be able to access it at any moment, anytime. For me, Kingdom Hearts, good game, but $90, and I mean, it's not one of those games that have that draw for me. I'm not gonna go like I don't need to play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Game Pass has spoiled a lot of us, including me. I'm gonna confess. And I know last week we spoke a bit about Project Spartacus and PlayStation, and what are they going to do with that streaming service, because it's coming. And I'm not gonna repeat, just go back to episode 58 and hear our thoughts on that. But once you subscribe and you have access to a plethora of games, it's hard to drop any sort of money on a game unless it meets a certain criteria. Like Stardew Valley, for me, I started playing it on the computer. I was hooked. It played nice. It looked nice. But I was like, the only way I'm going to enjoy this game and have access to it, like you just said, when I want, where I want, and really like lock into it, is going to be on my Switch.
I
And
have it on
so,
3. I
yeah,
have it on my PC, Xbox, and Switch. So
yeah.
I'm with you there.
Yeah. And and it says a lot about a game when you like a game. Yeah, you're willing to ditch out that money multiple times for the same game. And again, I don't knock. It just doesn't make sense to me that it's a cloud game for $90. I could understand maybe if the Switch put out, I don't know, a physical copy of the game, maybe a booklet or something, some artwork or something to go along with this game. But it's I don't know. I just think it's predatory. And then to have it just on this cloud service on Nintendo of all platforms, it's like, come on, guys. But again, people are gonna run out, people are gonna buy it, and more power to you. If you're one of those people, go for it. But it don't make no sense to me. And maybe it's because I'm not a fan. But anyways, let's get to the main course this evening. And that's the reason why we have the man himself. And I see Henyo just popped in, so let me unmute him on my end. What's going on, Henyo? Can you hear us? And he's probably getting himself together. He'll come along when he hears us, and and jump in here, but we have the main course this evening, and it is the SleekySayz segment with the RPG talk. And let me tell you, Jay, he's not playing. He came with a list. He sent me a list over on a DM on the Discord. So I'm just gonna cut Sleek loose, and I'm gonna just let me throw this softball at you so you can get a easy hit. RPGs this year, are there many, or are we going to be held hostage by one or two?
Oh Lord.
All right, so I'll start with this. I'll just say that I just put together like a small list of upcoming ones in the next 3 months, right? January, February, March. Yeah, about January to March.
Hold up, this list that you sent me is only like in 3 months. These
Yeah.
games will be out.
And yep, and these aren't even all the games coming out within
Wow.
these months. The ones that piqued my interest the most were the ones that I put on here.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm just highlighting some of them. I mean, there's a whole like on the list. I got this pretty much from RPG site,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean the very bottom, it's just like like there's got to be like 50 plus, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I didn't sit there and count each one that don't even have a release date, right? TBD.
Yeah.
They don't even know when. They're all hoping for a 2022 release, but you never know.
And I've noticed, Sleek, that I mean, I went through the list, and I'm still gonna be looking stuff up even as you're talking. But a lot of these are going to be on multiple platforms, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I try to find, because again, you guys, I mean, I've been in this community for a while, and you know me. I have each platform does something different for me, right? You got your Xbox and PC; those are my co-op multiplayer. I got my Switch and PlayStation for single player, unless there's an exclusive of some sort, or you start getting into that realm.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I just put these games because again, they're the ones that piqued my interest the most. There's a lot more. I mean, it's massive.
It's crazy. Well,
yeah.
let's start off with this first one that is no one should be a stranger to. Pokemon. Pokemon Legends, to be exact.
Yeah, so actually, it's already people are already streaming it, right? It was already released in Europe. I mean, well, yeah, right?
Okay.
So, tonight at midnight should probably when North America should be able to start playing that.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends Arceus. So it releases tomorrow or midnight now. Basically, if you guys are familiar with any of the Pokemon games, this one is going to take place before the Sinnoh region, right? And that was the 4th region. So the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum games.
Okay. And these regions are they places in the world of Pokemon?
So yeah, and they all tie together, right?
Okay.
So that's another. I didn't get like too deep into it.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm not putting you on the spot.
Right. No, but each game, yeah, like each region is tied together in some way.
Okay.
And I did read somewhere that the good thing about this game and why it's on the list and why I'm going to get it is it's completely different than how they do any of their other games.
Okay.
Right? It's more of a open world feel. And they've taken away some of the things you can do that people love. So the breeding's gone, holding berries to power up your attacks, your defenses, some other things that took away. And catching Pokemon actually relies on how quickly you can do it because it's by speed, I believe.
Okay.
And people are calling it a beautiful messy experiment.
A beautiful, messy experience. That's interesting.
Yeah. Experiment. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but you could say experience, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, you're experiencing their experiment that somehow is beautifully messy.
Okay. So why do you think the developers like and we're referencing the last three that you mentioned here on the list, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So this one is going to be an entry that is tied to these story-wise, region-wise, kind of like in the world, but a different approach. Why do you think that is?
So yeah, so this region's called the, oh man, how do you pronounce it? I put it on there so I wouldn't botch any of these.
Mm-hmm.
The Hisui
Yeah,
region.
Hisui. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it actually takes place before the Sinnoh region.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to research that for you of um what comes before what goes after what,
Mm-hmm.
because I just know they all tie together, right?
Okay.
Um
Yeah. I only asked because my son, my oldest son, he's played
yep.
all of these and he gets to talking about it just like Kingdom Hearts. He's a Kingdom Hearts fan and he makes the connections and it sounds great, but he's involved. He's like in the world, you know? And it's just interesting when you say that this current one, Pokemon Legends, which we're going to have accessible by midnight, by 12:01, we'll be playing it here stateside. Um it's kind of like sounds interesting to me. I'm not a Pokemon, excuse me, person, but I say it because you mentioned kind of like an open world experience. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I shied away from Pokemon because I was like, it just felt like it was just trapped within itself. And it really didn't call my attention. I don't know if Jay's ever played any of the Pokemons. Jay, have you ever played any of them?
Have played Pokemon. I'm an old RPG head, so the way I look at it, Pokemon is just an RPG. You collect what you're going to use, you discard what you don't. And if you're a completionist, you got to catch them all.
Yeah, that's the slogan, right?
Yeah.
Gotta catch them
I
all.
mean,
And this one's interesting too because they actually attack you.
Your own Pokemon?
what?
Yeah, the Pokemon are just it's an open world feel, right? It's like the real world,
Oh,
not real
okay.
world. I should say, like, if
They're
you go
free roaming.
into the woods
Uh-huh.
and a lion sees you, so in this game they actually do attack you. Um, that's why it's so unique, and like I'm reading more and more about it before I go buying it.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, you start a battle by throwing a Pokeball at the Pokemon with a Pokemon in it, but if you don't have one, obviously, that they attack you. You can dodge them, you can throw stuff at them, and
Hmm.
it's interesting. I'm gonna find out a lot more so I can give a better explanation. But
Yeah, no, keep us
until
posted.
I
I
get
mean,
my
you say you're
hands
gonna
on
pick it
it,
up, so
I'm gonna try tomorrow. I doubt I'll be able to get my hand. Well, digitally, I'll definitely be able to. So this one might be a digital purchase for me because I don't really need the physical copy for this, to be honest.
okay. So you're gonna take the route of digital.
Yep, I'm
Well,
going digital.
isn't
Okay.
everything else going digital though? So why not?
Well,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
you
What
this
never
else we
know.
got out there? What else we got out there, Sleek? Make me hungry for some RPGs.
All right, the next one I put on there, uh, it's called Magnum Lord,
I
and
saw
it's in
that.
release for the PS4 and the Switch, February 4th, and it's basically just about, you're in the hell, basically, right? You're like the last of your species,
Right.
demons. You're a demon lord. You can choose whether to be male or female, and you're basically like a sword master. Um, Customization is in it. Crafting. You build your relationships, almost like the simulation of Stardew Valley, I guess you could say, right?
Right.
Because you build your relationship with all the characters. Um, and I was looking at videos of it and trying to figure out what I could compare um, the battle system to, and it gives me the vibe of art from if you've ever played Disgaea.
Yes. Yep.
And it has like it's supposed to be fast-paced battles, right? So it's gonna have a ARPG feel to it, where you're pretty much just fighting, like, as quick as possible. I forget the PlayStation game that it reminds me of for fighting.
Yeah, there's this.
You know what? Tales. It could be like Tales.
Yeah, it's
side.
Right.
So
yeah, I was gonna say it's not like a turn-based traditional fighting.
Yeah.
It's like it's out in the open. Your character's moving around, the enemy's moving around, and you're fighting in real time, basically. Yep. Yeah. I enjoyed that type of RPG gaming way more than I do the turn-based, to be honest.
And you need to go play Grandia then.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I played it. I touched it and I played it.
Which one?
I don't know. I can't even tell you. Probably the first one.
Oh, okay. If you like games like that, then I recommend go play Grandia 3.
Yeah, I said I enjoy. I didn't say I like them. That I'm gonna jump into them and invest my life into them. But
hey, you got to.
Yeah, there's this other game I'm trying to record now, and I'm gonna let Sleek continue with the list and talk to us about these RPGs, because he's only on 2. But these games that are coming fast. You have Edge of Eternity, and this is around the corner. What is Edge of Eternity on the PS5, PS4, and on all Xbox systems?
Yeah, so Edge of Eternity actually is out already, right? You can already be playing it on PC.
Okay.
It's on Steam. It was released June 8th.
Okay, so it is a Steam game.
Yeah. Yep, it has been out. I am looking to... It gives me... what type of vibe or feel? You guys have also played the game as well. I kind of want to say... Doc Dad, help me out. It's not Phantasy Star. Though the graphics could kind of look like it. It reminds me of it's for the Switch. I can't believe I'm having a brain fart about it. It's a really good game. I literally just read about it the other day.
Well, I mean, that's coming out?
No, it's been out for it's a series. It's been out for quite some time.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about Scarlet Nexus, are you?
No. Dang.
No.
This is gonna bother me, because you guys will know. Yeah, once I say the game, you guys will both know.
3 Houses?
Nope. Give me a second.
RPG.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Octopath?
Nope. Oh no, it's far from that. So Edge of Eternity is it's got like an MMO vibe to it, right? Or look. It's got like those like
the cover art
realistic
to it,
graphics more.
Yeah, that cover art has that freestyle fighting that we were talking about just now.
Yep. Oh man, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. The sequel to the game that it came out, it's called Torrent.
What?
Yeah, the game's not called Torrent. The game's not called Torrent. Just
just what it resembles.
Yeah,
kind of like in that vein. Well, if you guys can help and you get it, put it in the comments, please. Put it in there, because it's gonna drive me nuts. That is driving Sleek nuts.
It's a very popular game, and as soon as I say it, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, sweet! Oh, wow! I was about to say sweet. I'm on the Switch.
It's on the Switch. Yep, and it actually is also been on one of the PlayStations, I believe.
The only game I can think of, only thing I can think of on that point would be the Grandia collection.
Not kind of like Final Fantasy type games.
No. You can't even get this game in a physical copy anymore, because it's like digital. You can get it, no problem, but they'll still never drop the price of it.
I'm gonna chime in here, and I'm gonna just say ignorance is bliss, because I have no.
You're
clue.
having the Charlie Brown moment, right?
Even I'm beyond that. It's like I have no idea.
No, me.
What's,
I'm
in the
cracking my
realm.
head here, thinking, because I played only a handful of games.
Oh, I'll find it. You ready? I'll find it in 2 seconds. Watch.
Hold on. See,
I'm
now,
looking it
now
up.
he got me looking now.
See, I'm so happy.
Well,
I
Henyo,
don't worry about
what's going on while these
Oh,
guys are cracking their brain? Because
Xenoblade
they ain't gonna
Chronicles.
sleep tonight.
Yeah,
Chronicles
let me buy
Chronicles.
them some time.
Wait, he just said it. What was that?
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade. Oh my
Xenoblade.
gosh. Oh my. Come on, Jay. You didn't know that?
Okay,
Yeah,
first
sorry,
off,
Xenoblade. I said
Jay, I know you play
okay,
Xenoblade.
First off, Xenoblade was released on the original. I think it was the original Wii.
Yeah.
And then it got remastered, and then Xenoblade 2 came out on the Switch.
Well, there you go. You just gave us like the whole history, and you can come up with that?
Well, okay.
Well,
You gotta
okay.
remember. Okay, seriously, there are RPGs that are back in the 90s that I still remember. So I can't remember everything.
Okay. I just,
Yeah, it can be.
Xenoblade.
Yeah,
My
I mean, dude, if you would
XENO,
say,
right?
if you say Xeno, you go name me a game
Like
on PlayStation.
XENO.
Yeah. It is turn-based too. It's
Uh-huh.
it's an interesting turn-based style.
Right.
I've seen video on it. So it's not exactly like the freedom of those games in regards to battling,
Right.
but it's got a unique system. I'm watching a video now too of it because I watched it earlier. But
Well, and it's like you said earlier, it's been on Steam since June. Since June of last year. So
It came out on Steam?
yeah, you might want to
June 8th.
Yeah, you might want to check it out. It's coming out on console here, but you might want to check it out. And there's this thing, there's this sale going on now, not only on Steam, but what's it called? The Lunar Festival or something sale. Henyo knows about it because he's on Steam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? The Lunar Eclipse, Lunar Moon Festival sale. So I don't know what it's called.
Wait.
It's
Hold
celebrating
up,
the Lunar New
Hold
Year.
up.
Lunar New Year. There you go.
Hold up.
Go ahead, Jay.
So, Sleek. I mean, not
Yep.
Sleek. I'm sorry, Sleek. You've been here. Henyo, you late. What were you doing, sir?
Man, mind your business.
Explain
I'm gonna tell you,
yourself.
mind your business. We're moving on
Explain
to
yourself.
the next
Yes, it
game.
No.
Mind your
Explain
business,
yourself,
man.
sir.
No, it's just, I was
Ain't
having a
nobody
lengthy
got time for
conversation with my wife.
Brother want to find out what you do.
I'll give him an explanation. I gotta pass. I was
Oh,
speaking
man.
with my wife.
Oh, there you go.
I can't say nothing about that. Go ahead, Sleek.
So the next one I put on there, specifically because I know Time really wants to.
Now we should all know this one, right?
Yeah. So Horizon, right? The next Horizon's coming out February 18th.
Forbidden West. Yep.
Yep. PS5,
Wait,
PS4.
Do you have a PlayStation, sir?
Yeah, I do.
No, not you.
Oh,
I'm talking into
You know the answer. You ain't got one either.
No, I got a PlayStation 4.
Nah, that
What
don't
you
count.
talking about?
We in the next generation, bro.
No,
You
are
tell
in the
me
next
you gonna
generation?
play. Okay, let's
Are
be real.
you in the next
Hello,
generation?
let's be real. Okay, you gonna play Horizon Forbidden West on the PS4?
I hate to say it, but I am.
See, so apparently I'm
Again,
not the only
I'm
one.
I'm very easily pleased, right? As long as I can play the game and it looks pretty.
His
It
brother's
doesn't have to be perfect.
now I'm only poking fun at you now, Sleek, but this brother got a 1080 TV, got his PS4 plugged in. He's like, it looks fine to me. I'm playing this game, so
Yeah, I got to plug in one of those old TVs with the big backs.
yeah, he got the big
I'm going
tube.
to composite.
CRT TV back
Yeah.
there.
Okay,
I'm
no.
using
Now let
composite.
me ask for clarification. Okay, Jay, you have a PS4 or PS4 Pro?
I got got a PlayStation 4.
Okay, I ain't talking to you. How about Sleek? Sleek, you got a PS4 Pro or PS4?
Wait a minute. Are you trying? Wait, hold on, Sleek. Before you answer, you're not gonna let me answer the question.
You did.
Piss me off. Like the Magic Johnson pass. You're not gonna do me like that.
I just did the no look on you. I just asked you the question, but looked at Sleek.
He did the no look on me. That's all.
Yeah, man, the no look.
You know what's wild though? What for me? I did play the first one. I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Never beat it.
Same here.
But I will say, what's to say about this one, right? It's essentially, you still have that nice, beautiful open world. It's more monsters in this one. Well, sorry, machines.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming the land's gonna be much bigger. I'm sure they added new elements.
Well,
new characters,
and I can
old ones,
and I can help you, Sleek, because I followed this one, and it's impressive. You have the underwater biome now, so Aloy is gonna be moving in there. There's going to be verticality finally to the game as far as places that she can climb. Now, not everything is going to be scalable, but it's going to be, I guess, highlighted when you use your whatever that beacon thing is that you use, and it'll highlight it and you can climb. So I like that. She also has a glider, a la Zelda, which is, from what I'm understanding, the developers are saying that you get to unlock those pretty early in the game. So it's not going to be stuffed away and you got to play like 60 hours to get a glider, which is good because, that's fun, gliding around from these heights. You also get sort of it's like what is it on Rise, Monster Hunter Rise, the slingshot, that you get one. Aloy gets one, excuse me, where she can just like cast out and it'll grapple something and like pull her in that direction. So that's dope. So the mobility already in this game is, in my opinion, 100 times better than the first one. The first one, I started playing it and I had that ooh ah moment when I first saw the long neck dinosaur machine. And I said, oh, this is beautiful. This is great. You scale it, you hack it. It kind of opens up the world, like the Ubisoft towers do. But
like really cool. It's definitely different than any game out there.
Yeah, I think I could go back to it and not, I it was a game that I wish I could have continued playing, but there was just things like I had that I wanted to get.
Yeah, there was a lot of other games.
Yeah.
And it was early in the year that it released as well, right?
Yeah, that was a big one of the big release years too.
Yeah. I think just around the same time that this one is releasing now in February. It was,
and it's a problem again because it's falling under the same thing where it's like you got 3 months back to back to back that have, in my opinion, absolute behemoths of a game that also may not be as good as it. It could be another Anthem.
Well, no, you know what? I'm gonna say this, Sleek.
Not this game in particular.
No. But I'm gonna say this because I was nerding out the other day and crunching some numbers, and I don't want to bring it to this episode. I'll talk at another episode. But God of War alone, and the Sony guys are gonna enjoy this because you guys have heard me say I'm an Xbox first guy, although I'll game wherever the games are at. But I was blown away that God of War sold. Let me throw that at you guys. How many copies of this game do you think sold when, upon its release and through the length of it? And it's still selling, obviously, it's on PC. But I looked at a number. Give me a number. How many units you think is sold?
5 million.
Nope.
Hmm.
5 million.
15.
No,
Mm-mm.
5 million's a lot.
5 million's a lot, right?
5 million is a lot, but that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying 5
But
million.
there's a lot more consoles out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to look it up? Let's look it up. God of War sales.
Okay, we doing this live. Okay.
Let's see. God of War. Let's look it up. See how many of these games sold. See who gets it first. But God of War sold a boatload.
As of 3 days ago, it's 1 million.
1 million games?
Wait.
No.
Or money.
PC,
I'm talking about money.
The PC port has sold 1 million copies. That's just on PC.
1 million copies, right?
That's just on PC.
That's just on the PC, port / let's add some assets and whatnot because, that's what they do. So you can do the math if you're selling it. How much is it? $49.99 on the PC. That's what I was ranting about. So you got $50 times 1 million. That's easy math.
So
$50 million.
Add 19.5 million for PlayStation sales.
So you got 50, 60, 70 million. $70 million. Not bad.
Well, when the game first released, it was $59.99. So let's start with the 19.5 million, and then you have to break that down via the numbers, and that's how much you made.
Yeah. Yep. So and the reason why I brought that up is because, that was definitely one of the bangers for PlayStation. It always has been. And Horizon is one of those games that falls in that category as well. This game is the first one pushed a whole lot of games out, and this one is going to do the same. And it's no wonder that PlayStation is just like, why do we need to do a streaming service when our games are making money hand over fist? So that's the argument for that. You have God of War pushing out, what did we say? 70 million games or 70 million in revenue?
More than that.
Or more? Yeah. I mean, and counting. So, you're looking at these games that are making a lot of money. But let's go back. Let's stay on topic. Forbidden West is going to be a great game. What is the next game on the list? Another one we should be familiar with.
Elden Ring, February 25th.
This is that Souls-like game, isn't it?
Yes, it is actually by the people who also, what is it, Platinum Games? No, sorry. From Software.
Mm-hmm, from Software.
So it's coming from them. It's going to be, they say, about 30 hours to complete, not including the side content. So you can obviously stretch
What's
that
the name
out.
of this again?
Elden Rings.
Yeah, Elden Ring, yeah.
Elden
and it's
Ring.
coming out for everything. All consoles.
Yeah.
PS5, 4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC.
Now, Sleek, do you know, because I hear the conversation, I like Souls. I like the Souls games. But 30 hours seems kind of short for a Souls game.
Yeah, so you know what's wild too is not only did the time throw me off, but what else threw me off was they said that this one's is aimed to be less stressful. It's aimed to be
by what degree?
yeah, that's exactly what I don't know, and I'm like, that's why I'm like, oh, I gotta get it because we all know the Souls games are.
Dark Souls will kick your teeth in, and you come back for more.
I
couldn't get past the first entrance.
Yeah, because they did Demon Souls as well. If you guys remember that one.
Yeah, they did Demon Soul. They did Dark Souls.
They do Sekiro.
Yeah,
which I actually enjoy, which is another hard game.
Mm-hmm.
They also did that one, so that's why I'm like, all right, I've played a lot of games from them, and they all pretty much stay the course, right? They don't. They don't.
That's what they do. They're good at stressing us out.
Yeah, but now they're saying this one. They're like, hey, you're it's gonna be less stressful, more enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't
Let me
know
ask you
about
this.
that.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they said, okay, you know what, we're gonna shorten the game or give you less playtime, but there's gonna be add-ons to follow?
Uh
Is
so
it
you're talking
customary for
about
them to
their
come out with expansions?
oh yeah, so you're talking about their what's it called? The stuff down the
The
line.
DLC and stuff.
Yeah, DLC.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Is it customary for them to do stuff like that? Like, are
Mm-hmm.
they known to?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
do
do.
it. Yeah,
They do.
because the Dark Souls came out with some DLC. They came out with uh um weapons and whatnot. Again,
And you
paywall, like the not a paywall, but you have the option. Do you want to buy, like any game, right?
right.
You can buy the season pass. You can buy just this stuff you want. But at the same time, once you buy that stuff, you get it right off the bat. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
DLC is different, right? You want the other level
Right.
and everything that comes with it that you work for. But the other stuff, I mean, you purchase it. Yeah, it's cool looking, which I love, right? But you end up getting something in the game that is stronger, so you no longer, like, was it a wasted, like,
Yeah.
that's one of my things with paying for aesthetic stuff. Like, you're gonna look awesome for a very short time
Mm-hmm.
because you're always gonna get something better that is already existing in the game that's more powerful.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, did I waste? I mean, to some folks it might be chump change, but to some folks it might be like $3 they'll never get back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm.
So I just know that it they somehow, they say somehow it's gonna uh, reduce the player's stress while playing. They mentioned
Yeah.
something about being able to ride a mount to specific areas or
Yeah. I'm
something like that.
thinking. I'm thinking 30.
I'm curious. I gotta play it.
It's gonna. It's probably gonna take, like Henyo said. It's probably gonna take 30 hours for some people to try to get past the first guy.
Yeah.
Because it.
Yeah.
I remember it took me. Man, I had to walk away from the game, come back like a day later, got my teeth kicked in, walked away, came back a week later, and then I was able to pass that first guy. I
Yeah.
think that Henyo's talking about. It's like this big knight that was like guarding this big old door, and then
Yep.
once you like smash him down and he has about a third of his health left or maybe half his bar, then he turns into this big black blob monster or whatever with tentacles.
I didn't even get that.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
you're
don't
still at the first fire pit.
I don't know. I'm curious to see play someone else play the game. I'm not going to be one that jumps into Elden Ring because like I said, I have my fill of the Dark Souls and I don't have life in me to invest in Dark Souls. It is a dance. Dark
Yeah.
Souls is definitely a rhythm game like Sekiro
Yeah, so
and Elden
Sekiro,
Rings. It's the same thing.
if you can't parry in Sekiro,
No, you're
you better
done.
learn, because without parrying, it's
You're
you're
done.
just gonna get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Sleek,
Yeah.
since we're
You got to
picking
get that down.
Yeah, and Jay's gonna tell you something about another speed run. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, the guy who did it blindfolded. You
stuff,
talking about that guy, Sekiro?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, in time ain't letting me get no shine tonight. It's all good. I love him though. I love him to death.
I love you, Jay, man. I just need a bunch of
Man,
jobs.
it's all good. It's all good. I'll take the
No,
beat
go
today.
ahead. Talk to us about this
Nah,
blind dude. I mean, the guy with the
we good.
blindfold.
Nah, Leak, you do your thing, baby.
We can talk at the end of it with all
Oh, man.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, Sleep.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let y'all do the last couple of games on this list. Go ahead.
So the next one, Babylon's Fall, which you don't hear much about, or I mean, I knew because I'm always researching and looking up stuff, and so I've known for a little bit, but I'm sure you have. And you heard about it like maybe once or twice in a show or something where like, hey, coming soon, or like here's a look at this game that is coming out,
Mm-hmm.
a year or two away. But this one's coming out March 3rd. PC and PlayStation. So Platinum Games, they did work on this. They developed it. It sounds like and it looks like it's basically going to be an action RPG cooperative. Basically, you're prisoners. They plant a device in you called a Gideon coffin, and then from there, you're just trying to take back the Tower of Babel. It was saying you can switch between 4 weapons at a time, I believe. It has endless customization, right? So there's multiple weapon types, each that carry their own skills and abilities. You can carry 4 weapons at any time. Your loadout, design it how you want it. Yeah. So, and I just know Platinum Games is bringing their signature combat to it. So,
Now,
I definitely want to get
you
that
do
one.
know Platinum is the team that develops Bayonetta. You mean the
Yes.
other team?
Yep. They did Bayonetta. They did World of Demons, which is pretty cool, but it's on Apple Arcade, so I didn't get the privilege to play that game. They did Astral Chain, Vanquish, Star Fox Zero, Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Metal Gear, Vengeance.
Yeah, Astro Chain was one that I wanted to check out. Looked interesting.
I still want to get it, but every time I go, I'm like, it's still full price. I saw it for sale one time.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
trapped on
that
the
one
Nintendo
time.
platform.
Yeah, it's
Yep. It is forever doomed to be full price.
Yep. They did do that sale out of the blue, Nintendo, where they actually had games low, and I should have got it when they did that. It was actually like $20 off.
Okay.
I messed that one up. Now it's back to full price.
You might want to check now during the what is it, Lunar New Year? Everybody's having sales.
Oh yeah,
I haven't checked the shop yet, so
I haven't been on Steam either. Henyo, what's good on Steam? Anything on sale real quick?
I'm actually there looking around.
Give me 3 good titles that be worthy.
Ooh.
Look at this.
Okay.
This brother giving
Edge of
assignments
Eternity.
during the podcast.
Okay.
And then you wonder why I bust your chops. No, we're not doing that. Okay, Jay? No. Jay, back.
Look. These titles that look great on the deck. Ace Combat.
Which one?
Here we go.
The Skies Unknown.
Sleek, go
Well, I
get
like
some
Ace
iced tea or
Combat.
something. I'm going to chew on some of these chips. And let these brothers run the show. I'm leaving.
Inside. Yeah.
I got 3 games left, Jay. 3 games.
Oh, my bad. I shut up.
I'll
Hey,
name them off if you
my
need
bad.
me to continue.
Nah, go. They getting on my ass. So let me shut up.
We're gonna give Henyo, who you was busting his chops earlier, that he was late. So we put him for the end. You see, I'm trying to look out for you, Jay.
I want to hear Hanyo at the end about the Steam Deck.
Yeah, man. He's gonna talk about Steam Deck and
no.
the announcement that they just dropped. Did you see it? Henyo?
Sorry,
Go
my mic
look on
almost fell.
Henyo, go look on the Steam Deck page and go find out if you haven't done that today, so that you can talk about that.
Yeah, if it's news today, I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I have Triangle Strategy, March 4th.
Yes.
Switch.
This one I was actually interested in. I'm not a turn-based guy.
Yeah, this is more of a strategy, right? Final Fantasy Tactics.
Right.
So that one is a definite for me. It's got the Octopath Traveler vibe for art, which is the high definition 2D.
Yes, and I tried the demo. It's nice.
Oh, you did. I see. I wrote in the notes. I didn't try the demo because I'm like, I really want to just.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to like play the game. I don't want to, you know, get so caught up in it and want more, and then I gotta wait until what, March? So we're to. Oh, we're actually pretty close now, but yeah. So this one, I mean, you've played it, so you know better than me. But they're talking big on how you really got to use the world and combining your attack and spells, right? So, you get an electric spell, you knock the guy in the water. You want to make sure you chain your combo. You want a combo, right? So falls in the water, you strike him with lightning, he gets electrocuted, more damage.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's definitely strategic and definitely beautiful in the artwork. Like you said, the Octopath series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of games from like now, right? Because think of it, Euden. Once that stuff starts coming out, it's going to be close to this as well. So that's another exciting one.
Cool.
All right, so next we got Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin.
Final Fantasy Origin. Okay, help me understand this because there's like 12 billion Final Fantasies out there.
Yeah, so this one's actually going to be different than a lot of them. They're going a different route with this one in a way. I'm trying to think of other Final Fantasies this would be like, because they're mostly known for turn-based. Besides Final Fantasy 15, the MMO, and I don't know what other one has it. Oh, and the Final Fantasy remake, right? So those are all not turn-based. They're more, action.
Right.
So that's the route this one's going.
Okay.
I love Final Fantasy. This one, you're the main guy, you're Jack. You got some other folks in your party. You can co-op with this, so that's nice.
I know Jay likes Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Of course he does. It's a great series. It's got
first of all,
8 job system, Jay. 8 jobs.
All right. Go ahead. I got you.
Got 8 jobs, then they have advanced jobs on top of that. Customization, you can pretty up your party members. Again, this is all stuff that I'm just reading. Everything tonight is just me finding out very little, piques my interest, but unless I see some of it and really dig deep to see what's up, it's pretty straightforward stuff, right? Besides the gameplay, can't really explain that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some videos, which everyone else has at the last not award show, but the last events.
Right.
And then the last game, which is Rune Factory 5, which I've been waiting for quite some time because I have all the other Rune Factories.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, is this like a fresh IP? Because I've never heard of it.
No, it is not a fresh IP. And right now, you can get the Rune Factory for, I think it's what's the edition called? Is it special? Yeah, special for Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It was for sale a little while ago. I don't know if it is anymore. It's $30 right now. But it is a Rune Factory's been out a lot longer, right? So it is like a Harvest Moon, which is another great series. So Stardew basically got all of its feel from those games.
Okay.
Just obviously it was designed by one guy, Stardew, right? So these games, just think you have a team.
Right.
So just think of Stardew Valley on steroids as far as art goes and everything, right? So the wow factor's there. So it's, action RPG simulation. You got your farming. This one's just going to be a new town. It's just called Rigbarth.
Okay.
And then you're just trying to figure out what's going on. You go around, build your relationships, fighting monsters and whatnot, getting resources to craft new weapons, armor, so forth, so on. Farming.
Much more
Eat, sleep.
involved, much more deeper and complex in its systems, right? That's what it sounds like. I mean, if you're comparing it to Stardew Valley, even though Stardew has a lot of moving pieces to it, but it doesn't really, so far that I've experienced, it doesn't really get deep into anything. It's just more of time management, and relationship management and stuff like that.
Yeah, that will be in this as well, but you actually get to go fight monsters and stuff. And if you look at the video for it, the Nintendo website has you just look at the video. You'll see the art's there, and I wouldn't be surprised if you enjoyed playing this game over Stardew.
Really?
So that's why. Yeah,
man, I don't want to hear that.
Like I said, it's Stardew on steroids.
Stardew, huh?
As far as art goes, as far as like the amount of stuff you can do. Granted, I think Stardew Valley you can get. I think I saw an article the other day. A guy got down to the 1,000th floor in the cave.
Wow.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Stardew has like a lot of games out here. They has its own following. I mean, I just type in Stardew Valley in YouTube and you see pages upon pages upon pages of videos, and not old only, but like even recent videos. Yep. People putting stuff out. I'm looking at Ruin Factory 5 right now, and yeah, it gives off that vibe, and it's scheduled for March of 2022. Hopefully, it won't get delayed or anything. I might have to
March 22nd.
I might have to do a little bit more research.
Factory 4 special, it's $30 right now.
You see, I gotta use that money for another world that I'm living in right now. So I gotta squeeze my pennies, man, because I only have a set amount of monies, and oh man, it's just, anyways, man. But these games, guys, that Sleek just put out, and again, a lot of these games, you guys have knowledge of them. There's videos out there. There's people that have gone much deeper than what Sleek has done here. We just kind of wanted to bring them out to the forefront, give Sleek an opportunity, give us an opportunity as well to see what's coming up, because I think in the last episode, Jay helped me. I know we were having a conversation, and I think it was Henyo who said, why don't these RPG games get the exposure, right? And so that's what we want to kind of do today, trying to expose these games on this podcast. Whenever you're listening to this, you might listen to this 6 months after the game comes out, a year, and you hear something. Don't let our lack of knowledge or even presentation be something that doesn't motivate you to go look up these games. I've listened to many a podcast where someone is just mentioning a game and saying, hey, this game, I got an eye on it. It's something that interests me. You go look it up, and next thing you know, you found the next gem in your collection, a game that you're oohing and eyeing about, and you would have never known if you didn't give it a shot. So Sleek, out of all these games that you mentioned, and I know there's many more, but these are probably in the next 90 plus days that are coming, which one, or maybe two, the most three out of them, are you really chomping at the bit for? They are a must-have for you.
Oh, Henyo dropped out.
Yeah, Henyo dropped out. He DM'd me. He said he had an emergency, so he had to drop out real quick. Yeah,
that's fine.
I'm not sure if he's coming back, but we'll see.
Yeah. So I really want to play Magnum Lord.
Okay.
That's one of them. And as far as the other game goes, probably Triangle Strategy. So those two are actually in Factory 5. Those three would be my top three for choices.
Okay.
But I was gonna say real quick before Jay, it's all yours. for as far as anime goes, you finished Seven Deadly Sins, correct?
Did.
Oh no, End Time
7 Deadly Sins. No, you know what?
on Netflix. Oh,
No,
okay.
I
thought you
purpose
said
to
you
see
liked it.
them, and I think that what did I see instead of 7 Deadly Sins?
Oh, did you see? There's another good one on there with the gods, right? You talking about man?
No, I think that I went to see the Dracula series.
Oh, Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because I was gonna say, I thought I was talking to you who finished Seven Deadly Sins because I did, but they're actually coming out with a RPG. I actually just saw it when I was looking at something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That it seems like by the look and feel of it, of what people are saying,
Mm-hmm.
it's drawing a lot of inspiration from Genshin Impact. So I don't know if anyone's played that. I have. I enjoy Genshin. The gotcha stuff though. So
Genshin
but the
Impact.
idea is good. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
a good one.
I might have to check out the anime. Go full circle on that one and check
well,
that
Genshin
out.
Impact is actually free.
Mhm.
Just the gotcha stuff.
Yeah, let's start messing up until like now. So, but Jay, you wanted to jump in here and say something about the RPG scene.
As far as the scene goes, I mean, I guess the one thing about RPGs, whether you're interested or whether you care, there's something for you out there. Whether you want steampunk, whether you want turn-based, and RPG communities are real deep. Whether you want to know about lore, gameplay. I mean, there are people out there that can give you information on games that you never thought existed, and Hollow Knight. I didn't know Hollow Knight was fleshed out the way it was until I started watching lore on it, and it's insane. So, give RPGs a try. I'm a Persona guy, so until I hear Persona 6, I don't care about RPGs at the moment.
I just downloaded. I don't know if it's still for free, but I just got Persona 5 Strikers, and it's not bad because I dig the Dynasty games.
Yeah,
so,
I got it.
And the last thing I'll say before we talk about whatever is, I wish I could do better selling these games, but it's really hard for me when it's tough when you don't get your hands on them and you're going off just reading. Like I could go to the website, right, and just read.
Yeah.
The story or like. I try to put it in terms where it's like I try to remember what I read.
Right.
But the gist of it is a lot of games, if you're looking for deep customization, right? That's why I can't wait for the 3 games I mentioned: Magnum Lord, Rune Factory, and I forget the third one.
But it's what attracts you. That's the reason, Sleek, to be honest with you, that you come on and you chat. It's not the sale. It's you yourself, your love for this genre, and even if you read something off, the people who play and who are waiting and anticipating these games, just like you, they're nodding their head. They're saying, "Yep, that's one to get. Yep, that's the one I'm waiting for. Yep, that's the one that, in the series, I've been, a loyal fan and I've waited X amount of years." I mean, when I played the RPGs back in my younger years, much younger years, I couldn't wait, for sequels. And that was like putting in 50, 60, 70 hours into a game and then just beating the game, running the credits, and saying, "Man, when's the next one coming out?" Because that one was so good, And with a lot of these series, a lot of these games, it's like that. But RPGs is not for everybody. It's a game of it's a genre where I say you have to devote yourself, commit yourself to the game. Look at me with Witcher 3. I love Witcher 3. That's an RPG game. I mean, flat out, and the systems in it, the crafting you have to do, and all this other stuff, it's involved. But the game is so good, the story is so good, the side quests are so good. It keeps me coming back for more. Even if I do put it down, I still come back to it, and I still get that sense of just how good the game is made. And at the end of the day, that's really what it is. How good is this game? Does it keep you coming back for more? And if you can share that with somebody, who knows? That might be, again, their next favorite game in a genre that they never thought they would even consider. So that tactics game is the game that surprisingly to me is the one that interests me the most on the list that you mentioned, the strategy game that looks like Octopath Traveler.
I can see that.
Yep.
That game too, again, that
Uh-huh.
will bring back, and Dark Dad would be able to get the same vibe, is Final Fantasy Tactics, hands down, is one of the best tactics games or strategy games that, in my opinion.
Of all time, I would
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
so.
it and if people could like argue it with other ones, because I mean there are great ones out there, but Tactics is just,
Have
it's like
you
one of the best, hands down. So that also helps me be like, listen, I love Octopath. I love the art, the visuals,
Yeah.
the gameplay,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not, it's turn based.
Right.
But take that in Final Fantasy Tactics, have a baby, triangle strategy.
Yeah.
So have you ever played Final Fantasy Tactics? I mean, the original on PlayStation in time.
No. Mm-mm.
To give you a short summary, it's probably one of the best stories ever told.
Oh yeah.
And if you like chess and the computer not going easy on you, Final Fantasy Tactics difficulty spike is dumb.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
you'll
when
go
you
from
first play that game and you have no idea what you're doing, I mean, right at the beginning, I
It'll
remember the first
smash
time I
you.
played that game, first battle, I lost, and I was like, "What the hell?" Because I didn't understand what a chemist did,
Mm-hmm.
what a squire did. Like, you have the jobs, right?
Right.
So the chemist obviously is important for potions and antidote. Like,
Right.
you don't figure that out till after the fact,
Right.
which is a little easier for me, and I'm sure other people would too. But again, Dark Dad would be another person. We played Final Fantasies back on the NES, right? Like playing Mystic Quest, and
oh my god.
it's like, so the vocabulary was there. It just, you didn't put two and two together yet.
History fact about Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy was one of the games that not only helped Nintendo and saved Nintendo, it also saved Square Enix too. When Final Fantasy 1 released on the NES, Square Enix was in dire straits, and Final Fantasy sold like crazy, and we have Final Fantasy history was made then.
Listen, I just watched. So there's a lot of hit or miss movies and or anime in the Final Fantasy world, and I actually just watched the 4 chapter. It's only 4 episodes. Final Fantasy. Oh, this is gonna bother me. It's based off Final Fantasy 5 in a very weird way.
Here we
You
go.
talking
Like,
about the
The old man
Unlimited
syndrome.
that came out in the 90s?
oh, yeah. I feel like I have that sometime.
Oh wow.
I just have so much going through my head, and I'm all over the place all the time. That's what Mangry would tell you. He always tells me my brain's just.
It's going.
Oh yeah, he's like,
It's
it never stops. He's like, you want to
it's
do this, you want to
overflow.
do that.
Yeah, I know that about you, Sleek, since
Yeah.
we met. You got like 12 projects going on at the same
Yeah.
time.
All my prodigies. It's called Final Fantasy. Yeah, Dark Dad, you're right. 1994, Legend of the Crystals.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
It's 4 episodes. I just finished it, and I was like, I don't know how I felt about it. It was for that time. Eh.
I bet you felt better than watching Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Oh yeah, much better. I
Just,
didn't.
just make sure we got that covered.
You
But
see
again, like
that's
they had good stuff.
that guys right there. You see the banter that you guys are having. That's what it's all about. You know, it's when you make that connection, you talk about these games, and again, a lot of these games, all these games, let's be honest, they're taking inspiration and they're taking, you know, from one game or another and another, and they're building on that or spinning it off, and you guys can connect the dots, and you know that's basically the gist of why we got here, and you know, and maybe for later episodes, for other episodes into the future when these games do drop, we get an opportunity to talk about them once they're in our hands and we've experienced them. And that would be that's my invite and my encouragement to you, Sleek, for you to come back when you get your hands on some of these games and walk us through, you know, the games, you know, how they were developed, what you thought. Was it, you know, did it have substance? Was it fluffy? You know, what could have been done better? What was done fine? Et cetera, et cetera. So I appreciate you, Sleek.
I appreciate you guys always hearing me out and whatnot.
It's all good, brother.
I'm always looking for games, and I thought of there's Grand Blues coming out with a game, and it looks fantastic.
Well, they did a fighting game already.
Yeah, so they did the fighting game. I played that at PAX. It was good for what it was. I mean, it's another fighting game. But they're coming out with a it's called Fantasy Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and its release date is 2022, and it's multiplayer. It's it looks really good.
Cool.
It's gonna be something I'm looking into that. Then there's all the Sword Art games, Black Clover.
Wait, there's a Black Clover game coming?
It's already out.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't finish
I
Black
didn't even
Clover.
know about that.
Black Clover just got so long in the tooth.
It's called Quartet Knights. Didn't get the greatest score, but it's a shooting game basically.
Oh, leave only in Japan.
Yeah. Well, it's here. It's here. It did well there, but not here. There is. I still got to get Monstrum Nox Ease. But there was a game. Why I got into the Inazuma kick was because in 2021, Inazuma 11 Great Road to Heroes was released, and I think only in Japan.
That was the second generation of Inazuma, correct?
Yeah, so it basically goes on the Orion story and Ars Tenben.
Yeah, we got Nathan in the chat, and I want to just give a shout out to him. He's just showing us some love by hanging out with us here. He popped in and he mentioned Elix 2 being a good RPG that's coming out. So he's chiming in. He chimed in with Elix, ELEX 2.
You know anything about that one, Sleek? That one's new one on me.
Elix 2 RPG.
It's a sequel to Elix.
There you go. That's about as much as I know. That's a good answer. Guys, I'm going to keep it moving. We're already past the 1.5 hour. Actually, we're 1 hour and 40 minutes. We're just chilling. This is our bowling night, guys. So if you're hanging out with us and you've listened thus far here at youtube.com/drama free gaming or on your favorite podcast device where you go listen and you hear Jay in the background, he's like, he ain't making no secret about it. He's like ready to like jump into the coffin. So I do want to just excuse Henyo. He had to drop out. He had a little emergency, no specifics. And even if he did, I wouldn't give any specifics. But we hope everything is good. And I do want to say, just to kind of bookend the podcast, guys, that Oculus Quest 2, my experience, my first impressions, The only other VR device that I experienced and had and purchased, I had experienced the Vibe like on a demo out in the wild, but the one that I purchased was the original PSVR headset. Back in the days, I enjoyed it so much. It was great. But picking up the Oculus Quest 2 and playing it, let's put it this way, I have yet to play a game on it because I just picked it up 2 days ago. I've been setting it up, got my Steam VR hooked up, got the storefront hooked up and everything on the Oculus side as well, and it is great. And I know Sleek has one. This device is great. Jay, you need an Oculus too, bro. Definitely.
Okay.
We can go into the metaverse together.
Bro, you need to get one so we can play some virtual golf and other stuff. It's good.
See, you know I'm not a big social media guy, so
no, it ain't got nothing to do with social media, bro. Neither am I.
I can't do it. I mean, okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so Oculus. So for us dummies, Oculus for dummies.
Oculus for dummies. Here we go.
Oculus for dummies. So if I go out tomorrow and buy an Oculus? What are the requirements for me to play Oculus?
Nothing. It's a headset. It's self-contained. You don't have to have a PC. You just charge it up, pop it on your head, set up your account, and you're good to go.
So, Sleek, you keep mentioning the metaverse, and I followed the metaverse, but why are you itching about the metaverse? What's got your trigger finger kind of itching there?
Me about the metaverse? Nothing, because I created a Facebook sign in, and then I went in there and I blocked everything on every setting that exists because I don't use Facebook. But it was the price to sign into my Oculus because Oculus is part of the metaverse, and that was it. But I have no dealings, no doings with Facebook. That's just a personal preference of mine. And I don't need to mess around with it being on Oculus.
What about you, Sleek?
I've always had a Facebook since it first came out. But for friends and stuff, right? I go nothing crazy about it. But if you're asking me, I enjoy the Oculus very much. I play King Spray Graffiti right now. And if you love doing art and graffiti, nothing better than that because you don't get in trouble.
Right? And let me say this, Jay. There's no way that we can explain the VR experience until you experience it for yourself. That's still true today like it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. It's just great, man. And having a device that is strictly a set with no wires, so you're not going to get tangled up and tripped up and, kill yourself, falling over your,
I hate that they do him like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I can hear you guys loud and clear.
Right?
I hear you guys loud and clear. But that's fine. It's fine.
Put it this way, Jay. What he was saying basically is true. And you also got to think of it this way. Ready Player One is a lot closer than you think.
Exactly.
Everyone's like, it's far off. It's like, no, like, think about it. You have some places you go where you play VR stuff, like shooting games. They have a treadmill. They belt you in, and you're running.
Yeah.
So it's
Sleek.
a lot closer than
I have that place, that machine in the mall in the county over where I live. It's literally, I can get there in literally less than 20 minutes. And they have those full body VR experiences where you're like on this circular treadmill in a full body suit.
Yep.
And you're running and you're turning a whole 360 degrees. You're not tethered by any wires or anything. It's dope. It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
The advancement in VR has grown a lot. And going back to Oculus Quest, because I don't want to get long in the tooth and run this episode that much longer, but Oculus Quest 2 is very impressive. Very impressive. And Jay, it's more than the gaming. I mean, you can actually watch movies. You can host movies like in a movie theater, in a virtual movie theater environment, and you can invite your friends to come chill with you in the same environment, watch the same movie. It's dope. It's dope.
You can play MMORPGs where you are the the hero.
Yep.
I tell you what, when VR goes the way of Sword Art Online,
I'm gonna save that for the next episode.
Nerve gear, baby.
Yeah, when you connect it to my spine and my brain and be like, look, this is you in the game now. You are the game, because that's what Sword Art Online is. They connect it to your nervous system.
Let me put this bug in your ear, and then I'm gonna close it out. You know, in Sword Art Online, right? You know how you said they used to lay down in the bed in the anime. They laid in the bed in the what they call it, the full jump or full dive. It was like the full dive, right?
Full dive.
Okay, type in your search after we're done. Type in the search on Google, half dive VR, and you'll see something come up. They already have it in development.
Oh, I know they working on it in Japan. That I already know that, but you're talking a couple of years off. So
you don't know, man. You don't know. That's what they're saying, but it's amazing that they have something already in the works.
It's super sophisticated right now. I think.
Yeah, you actually gonna have to like lay down like in the actual anime, and that's gonna be. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about that. Your body's just laying there limp. Somebody could just come off the top rope on you.
How long you been playing? I've only played for an hour. You've been there 3 days,
right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
You come out looking like a starving Ethiopian. Like I've been logged in for a month. I ain't even ate yet. Like,
today I jumped on the headset here at 10. I think after I finished speaking with you, it was like 10:30, and my headset started all of a sudden saying, "Oh, low on battery," and I said, "Man, what time is it?" It was like 1:45. And I was like, "What?" Like I've been here all this time, so yeah, you lose yourself.
The only thing is they could make it a little more comfortable.
Yeah. Have you considered getting the headset strap thing?
I'm thinking about it.
It's $50, but you know what, Sleek? I think I'm gonna go that route because it reminds me of the one that's what I liked about the PSVR headset. That adjustable strap that it had. It wasn't a strap. It looks exactly like this one for the Oculus. And that thing was comfortable.
You know who has it and says it's really good? Our very own Drama Free Gaming Matt.
Okay, he does.
He was talking to me. Yep. He told me we'll meet in the virtual world one day. He has the strap and says it's a good investment.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think I'm getting any of the other, not just yet, let me say that. But yeah, I think I was going to go out maybe tomorrow and pick up that strap because I don't like the ones that it has on now. They're not uncomfortable, but to adjust it and fit it and all that other stuff and for it to just, sit there on your head, that's important, especially when you're playing in VR. But guys, we have gone overtime, and I'm okay with it. It's our bowling night, but I'm gonna shut it down here for the episode 59 in the books. We'll have Henyo talk about Steam Deck next week. They did do an announcement that I believe at the end of February they're going to be shipping out the Steam Deck units. So if you were on that list, you'll be getting yours sooner than you think. Jay and Sleek, give us your outros now. Let Sleek do his, and then Jay will just wrap us up for the evening.
I appreciate you guys having me. Hopefully I get out next week, but if I'm not in the chat, I will definitely be in the text chat.
Most
So,
definitely, brother. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing. And Jay, my brother from another mother.
All right, Sleek, thank you for your presence and your knowledge. You've always been a good guy in the community. So thank you very much out there, man. Having you on here all the time is always a good time.
thank you.
Oh,
Kind
yeah,
words
oh,
from you, Jay. Kind words. We'll talk about some anime offline.
Yeah, right. And you see how these guys treat me, right? They love me to death, but they treat me like the outcast because they always giving me trouble. They always got to get me to trouble. But it's all good. I love them all.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to keep them on their toes. But ladies and gentlemen, it is that time for everybody to grab their pillows and wipe your mouth off because there will be some slobbering on yonder pillow tonight. Just remember, in the world of gaming, it's your time, your money. Spend it wisely. And if you don't like it, don't buy it. So to all those, good night.
And in Jay's case, his pillow is a body pillow. So, he's fully engaged. He got the legs wrapped around it, both arms, slobbering.
Yo, wait, well, hold on, man. Why you gonna throw it out? Why you gonna throw it out there like that? Seriously.
Looking like
you know what?
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm a grown-ass man. I got a full-body Batman pillow.
There you
I
go.
ain't even gonna lie.
Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame.
Now,
I sleep with like 4 or 5 pillows.
Nah, I ain't the guy that's like cuddling up to his body pillow, like, yeah, baby, come in. I need to. Nah. We ain't all the Batman do what Batman do. He hang out, he chill, he going about his business. That's just what we do.
Well, guys, we appreciate you tuning in again, whether you were here live. Nate, thank you for being in the chat. Shout out to you. We'll have to have Nate come on and talk it up about some gaming, and I'd like to give him an opportunity also to be on here and talk about his podcast that he does. It's on another platform and it's on another theme, but I think it'd be noteworthy to give him some of the limelight here. Let him share. He is part of the community as well. And yeah, guys, this is our platform. So come check us out on Discord. Check us out here on youtube.com. And again, over on anchor.fm and anywhere and everywhere where you listen to your podcast. Spread the word. We're just gamers gaming where the games are at. And we keep our life and our gaming, as always, drama-free, people. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.